So for a long time, I've felt that SuiteCRM is missing a module, and that module is income and expenditure. It does all of the things you would expect a CRM to do, including invoicing, quotations, opportunity management, and so on. And there are reports which will do a certain amount of analysis of opportunities and invoices and so on, but there isn't an income and expenditure module, so I decided to make one, and this is it. This module, by the way, will be free to anyone who wants to open up a hosting plan with us. They start at just $49.50 a month, and anyone that would like it added to an existing system, we can do that for them, and we just charge them a $50 fee to install it into their existing SuiteCRM. So this is what we've put together. Here it is, the income and expenses module. Now I've got a few transactions in here. It's really simple to use. What I'm going to do is create an expense to start with. You can see we've got name assigned to, is it income or expense, transaction category, this is effectively your chart of account, but this is fully customizable. You've got a description, the amount, how did you pay it, what accounts did it refer to, what contacts. These are actually related to the actual accounts, contacts module, the product table, invoices and users. Okay, so let's put in an expense. This one I'm going to say I've bought some oil for the car. So I'm just going to say oil. This is an expense. The category is vehicle expenditure. And say synthetic oil. Where did we buy it? Let's go to our accounts module. We bought it from AutoZone. We paid $9.99 for it. We paid for it with a credit card. This, we can put a memo in, was for the Ford Explorer. Okay, and who authorized this expense? That was me, and that's it. This is putting an expense in. It's very simple to do. Save that. Let's try another one. Create another expense. This time we'll say we went down to the store and bought some groceries. So groceries. Again, this is an expense. This is groceries. We'll just say this is for the staff room. I paid for it with a credit card. Where did I buy it from? I just went down to Walmart to buy it. So you can have a memo on each one as well. Again, make sure you put whose expenses this was, because we can do reporting on showing who bought what, when, where, and how. And how much did we spend on this? Let's say we spent $36.45. That's all you need to do. It's a very simple entry system. We'll save that. Now let's say we earned some money. So let's just create an income. Okay, and I'm going to say on this one I did some consulting. Okay, this is an income category, and we'll say this was software, and the transaction description, CRM consulting on workflows. Let's say I spent a day there, so we earned $600 for that, and they paid us with a credit card. And who was this? Let's say we did this for Cade Real Estate, and I could put the memo in and what products. Now you can go to the product table and you can set up many products in here. These products are the same ones that you would use for invoicing, for quotations and so on. So I'll say this is SuiteCRM. If I'd sent an invoice for this, we could automatically tie it to a particular invoice, and we could say the user who did this was me, and we'll save that. That's basically it. What we've done is now we've created an income transaction and we've created a couple of expense transactions, and you can see these are all listed down here. We can change the views on this. If you're familiar with SuiteCRM, we can go in, we can filter the views, we can change the columns that we're displaying and so on. But now to report on this, and this is where a lot of the power comes in, you can see we can create any type of transaction. This is very customizable. Any type of expense or income that you want to set up, you can put into your system. It's very, very customizable. But then when we go to reports, we can see I've got some standard reports. So we've got my income and expenditure reports. And you can see from here, we've got all the transactions that we've put through so far this month. We can see the transactions I put in for groceries, for staff room, for the battery charger, for oil, for consulting that we did, and this. So we have a net on the month of 1990.63. That is the income we've earned less the expenses we've paid out. Now, if we want to see this in more detail, these reports, we can put all sorts of conditions in to filter them. But let's say we want to just see our income report. Here we have income. We've earned 2,699, and that's broken down from these various categories. If I want to look at expenses, same thing. We've got our expenses, and this shows all of the expenses that we've made so far for whatever we're doing throughout the month. Now, if we want to further categorize this, it's very, very simple to do. Let's say we just wanted to see the expenses that I have been responsible for. So all we'd need to do is go into the report, go into conditions. You can see currently I've got on this report all of the expenses paid for with credit card. Let's get rid of that and just say I want to see all the expenses that I have been responsible for. So then we just call up the list, Chris Ely, click on save, and now this is all the expenses Chris Ely has made. So that's 591.34. We could just as easily say, okay, show me what we have had in vehicle expenses. Let's just do that and go into conditions and remove that one. This time let's go into category, transaction category, and choose vehicle expenses. And remember, these lists are completely customizable. You can have whatever income and expense categories you want. Now let's click on save. And now we have all our vehicle expenses for the month. So we spent 423.07. We could be looking to see expenses by who paid it, by the category, by the accounts. How much did we spend at the gas station? How much did we spend at AutoZone? Anything you like. Once the transactions are in the system, we can report and we can view anything however we want. You can see on here we've put in an opening balance. We could see for the month we have a net earnings of 1990.63. If we wanted to see our closing balance for the month, all we need to do is add our opening balance to the 1990.63, and that would be our closing balance. We're only halfway through the month at the moment, but you can see how this would work. You can also use this in a multi-company, multi-user setting, where if you, let's say you are running 10 companies through SuiteCRM, and each company was there was role management and security group management on each company, then the company logging in, they would be able to do their own expenses, they would see everything, they would see their income expenses, but it would be filtered by that particular company. From a from the 5,000 feet perspective, an administrator can go in and then they can monitor by company, then they can filter it by salespeople or by employees, and they can look at a company perspective. They can look at everything on the group perspective, or they can look at it from a company by company basis. So it's a fairly simple in concept, but it's very, very powerful in what it can do for your company. This could be used for membership organizations, for networking groups. It can be used for anything. It could be used for checking on cash flow. As I say, this module is going to be given for free to any business that hosts their SuiteCRM with us, but also if you'd like to have this system in your SuiteCRM, we just charge a $50 one-time payment to install it onto your system. I hope you find this useful and keep checking with CRM Junction for more videos. Thanks for watching.